I'm Andrew from Access Heating and Air, and we're here with this furnace just doing a furnace maintenance today. Along with that, we always do a safety check. And so what I'm going to be getting into right now, we've already finished running the furnace and seeing how it's doing, how the parts are operating within the unit. But we're going to do a safety check now. And how we do that, if we have cause for concerns, we're going to check out the heat exchanger itself. We're going to remove it from the system. So that's what we're going to get into right now. So the heat exchanger is really the heart of your furnace, and this guy is responsible for heating up your home, and it's doing that through a combustion process. So that flame is going right onto the inside of these chambers, and these chambers are going to heat up the metal from the flame, and that is going to transfer with the air that's pushing across it from the blower in the furnace, and it's going to send that heat into your home. These heat exchangers are under constant expansion and contraction from heating up and cooling down. And so over time, as they age, they can be prone to cracks and holes and sometimes even rust and corrosion. And so we are looking to make sure that it's all intact and safe to operate in the home. And by safe, if we have a crack or a hole in one of these exchangers, it has the potential to be leaking combustible gases into the house and into the airstream, and we don't want to see that happening, and we follow the American Gas Association. Safety is our main concern, and so we're inspecting to make sure that we don't have any failures of that kind, any holes or cracks or corrosion that could lead to unsafe operation of a furnace in your house. Okie dokie. There you are. This is our heat exchanger. This is actually called a serpentine heat exchanger. You can kind of see that with the snake look that we got there. So we're going to check all these chambers individually, and we're going to look at a lot of key points for stress, which would be these rings here, this belly down here and around the edges, and also at all the inlets here. And so what we're checking for, we just want to make sure that it's safe and there's no cracks or holes on this unit. So I'm just checking back here, make sure we don't have any splits here, that's just a line. These guys, these little circles can get little, they start to split at the seam in the middle. So we just want to make sure none of those rings are doing that. So I'm just going to get my my mirror for some of the middle spots, and we'll get our light on it. I already kind of looked a little bit at this side, but I'm just going to get my light in there. We're okay right there. This is thinning out quite a bit. You're going to get a little bit more heat radiating off of it, but this is where one of the areas where it's holding the most heat. So now we're going to right down in the middle here. Those bells are totally fine. I'm also looking inside of these little divots too. Unit so far, everything is looking really good. Well, here we go. We're going to put this guy right back in here. This is totally safe to operate this year. We want to keep a close eye on these areas and especially these rings as well. I'm seeing some signs of wear and tear. This is where the metal is thinning and it's actually retaining the most heat. But it is totally intact and perfectly safe to operate this winter. We just finished up with the heat exchanger inspection, and everything passed, is looking good. We didn't see any cracks or any holes, so they're safe to run this year, and happy to be able to put this thing back together and get them running for the winter again.